What is going on, everybody? If you don't already know, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We got a little something different this time. These are part of the members of the Philly Talk Nation. We are missing two guys when it comes to the Philly Talk Nation members. Appreciate all of them for coming through and doing this live stream with me. Also appreciate them for all the support when it comes to watching and doing what they do for the channel. To shout out the ones that are not here right now, we got Stephen Joyce and we got Lawrence James. So shout out to you guys if you guys watch this later and or if you pop in later. But go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with the guy to the right of me.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Gene.
What's going on, everybody? This is Charles Smith, the best not reporting on the Eagles.
Going on, everybody. This is Vic 3.
Go ahead, Nate. Nate, can you hear us?
Nate's going to get them jokes.
I think he froze.
He ain't froze. That's Jordan. He the fake goat.
Oh man, he's doing it. He doing a mannequin challenge. Hey, Nate doing a mannequin challenge.
He definitely killing it. But yeah, he's been freezing. Go ahead.
Nah, I just told Nate I'm going to start that phone.
Now I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear us?
Oh, mine ain't freeze. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Hear you. Finally.
I can't hear y'all.
We can hear you though.
But I can't hear y'all.
So jump out and jump back in.
If you can't hear us, then how did he respond?
Oh, come on, DJ Quick. This Mike doing, man.
What?
DJ No Clip.
What are you talking about? Can you hear us?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm a log out and come back in.
Yeah, he can't hear us. He's just talking to himself. All right. What's going on, everybody? So Jalen Williams said that, dang, the full squad. Yeah, we squad up. It's all Philly Talk Nation in here. Right now, we got the best mics on at this point. We all can hear us. Philly Fresh's mic sounds good, but he has to get it so he can hear us. The GOAT jumped out. He should jump back in. He did that a couple times on his phone. We'll get him back on. But, yeah, Philly Fresh is backing off. So, all right, let's go. So, before we get into anything, taking questions, let's say what's up to everybody. You got Paul 44, BD, Bobby OMG, John Martin, Spruce 25, Murph DeKenzo, like I said, Jalen Williams, Philly Notion, Rejay Barnes, Kevin Green. Shout out to all you guys. But now I'm going to start going right to left. So we'll start with Gene. When you see what happened in this offseason, the total offseason when it comes to either the draft or just the offseason signings, what is your most impactful part that we did in this offseason?
To me, I think it's Hargraves. He'll help out Fletcher Cox. Big.
All right, go ahead, Charles. What do you think the most impactful move we made this offseason?
Oh, without a doubt, Jalen Reagor. We've been missing that. We've been needing that. Nelly was supposed to have been that, but oh my God, that guy just couldn't get it together. And I think we're gonna get it with Reagor this year, and I can't wait.
Hey, I hear you 100%. And Vic 3, what is your most impactful thing we did this offseason?
I'm going to have to say something to the coaching staff. We had a lot of issues with our wide receiver core. Our cornerbacks weren't doing well. New coaching staff is coming in. I'm pretty sure they're going to coach these guys up, and they're going to be a lot better this year.
I saw Philly Fresh. Your mic started to come through strong at the end. And a little bit, it was a little giddy. I saw his face. He was ready. But I want to comment on that. I agree. The fact that we're not just talking Marty Morningway and Rich Ganganello, who's going to be the lead voices to Doug Peterson. We're also talking about the fact that we went in and got a guy like Markel Manuel, who's a player coach, who, we did see problems with this secondary. So it's great that we went ahead and addressed that coaching wise. And Philly Fresh, you're always on here, but let's hear today what you think the most impactful thing we did this offseason.
I'm kind of up and down on this. Okay, he's back from the dead. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn on this. I want to say Hargrave, I want to agree with my man and say Hargrave, but if Darius Slay follows the best receiver on the opposite side of the field, I gotta go with Slay. Slay is something that we have not had since Lito Shepherd. He is the guy that we've been the kind of corner that we've been missing for so many years. So if he's played right, I'm gonna have to go with big play Slay.
All right. And so, Nate, last but not least, what do you think the most impactful move was this offseason for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Hargrave. No. Uh, Marcus Goodwin. I like Marcus Goodwin.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's saying Marquise Goodwin.
Interesting. A guy who
he is
Go ahead.
super fast, super speed. So I love the receivers.
Okay.
I agree. I like that. I like that. I think he's gonna have to fight his way on the team, and it's all gonna have to be with health. But if he's healthy, he is fast. So just to recap, so we had Gene say Hargrave, we had Charles Smith say Jalen Reagor, which I like. Vic 3 came out left field, but I like it too. He said the coaching staff and what they're going to be able to provide for Doug Peterson in the absence of what we missed out with DeFilippo and Frank Wright. Philly Fresh said, you know what? He was big on previous streams saying Hargrave, but he, saying that if Slay follows and he can do something that the Eagles haven't done in a while, which is be able to shut number ones down. Because for fantasy players, I don't like messing with the Eagles or against the Eagles, but we know we give up big numbers to number one receivers. And then Nathan finished it off with another speedy guy saying Marquise Goodwin. And I'm going to have to probably go. But he, saying that if somebody's watching it.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you turn it down.
You guys turn it down. That joint in the chat.
Correct. But with that being said, I'm going to probably rock with. I was more on the Slay, but I'm going to go with Gene a little bit with the Hargrave. I just think the D-line's pressure up front is going to allow a guy like Derek Barnett to really be able to eat Brandon Graham and all that stuff. So all good things. Let's take a couple questions and then get on to some other things real quick. Superhero 18 said, I think he answered what we said. And he also said Hargrave, we needed that pressure up the middle. Here we go. I knew he was going to do this one time, at least on here. So Charles with the super chat while he's on the thing. All right. I'm gonna go ahead, Charles Smith. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Charles Wild Boy, man.
Ask the question again.
He said, I don't know who this guy is, but appreciate the super chat. He said, can't go without my normal contribution. Appreciate you. So now that we got biggest moves out here, let's talk some season predictions. Like, of course, we can't really say what we're going to do. We just don't know off the top of the head when it comes to health, injuries, and stuff. You guys, since you guys don't get to be on here and say your piece all the time, starting with Gene, what do you think the Eagles' record will be if you can give a prediction of what a record will be at the end of the year?
I'm gonna say 12-4.
And give a little backstory of why you say 12-4.
Well, I don't have the schedule in front of me, so I can't really say who we're gonna be.
Oh no, you don't have to say teams. Just say like a backstory of why you think we're going to be able to win 12-4 games. Like who also steps up in that. Like a little backstory of why, not exactly who we're beating and stuff, but
it's because last year we won 10 games with banged up. We full healthy.
Nine.
I think we'll get 12.
All right, so you're
it
saying
should have been 12 last year, though. It should have been 12 if people ain't dropped 3 touchdown passes for wins. So
Correct.
You hit it right on the nose. I'm right there with you. I'm at 12-4.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Charles.
I go over the schedule and like I try to be like a little negative, and I say at worst I see 10-6, but I'm shooting for 11-5. Like I said, I'm kind of torn between the Ravens and the Steelers game. I don't have us losing to both of them, but I think one of them going to get us. I'm hoping that it's not to the Ravens because I swear I'm sick of hearing that here. But
I know that's right.
saying that we might lose the San Francisco. I still got us splitting with Dallas. Like I said, maybe the Steelers or maybe the Ravens. That's three. Like I said, it's a chance we might lose to either Seattle or the Saints. That's the fourth one. Then I just think one of them dumb games, maybe two, that we get caught up in. But I think I see the Super Bowl. Like I said, I'm
So
saying,
so what you saying? Like one of them dumb games? You mean like a Cardinals game, something like that?
yeah, because it's shaky. Like I said, the Saints is coming to
Yeah,
us.
I got one.
The Saints is coming to us at the end of their road trip, so they're gonna be beat up. Like I said, Drew Brees kind of wears down towards the end of the season, so I'm really not worried about the Saints. Like I said, I had my feelings about Malcolm Jenkins. I feel as though we can exploit him the same way that they did to him when he was with us. So it's certain things I see in the schedule that I'm loving, and I can't wait.
Real quick before I get to victory, let me shout out this super chat. And I saw you, Murph Kenzo. I'm gonna get at you in a second. If it loads up. Philly Notion, appreciate the super chat, my guy. He said we run the NFC 13-3, maybe 12-4. That's why. And if you're in here and you haven't seen his channel, go ahead and check him out. He's definitely a new up-and-coming YouTube content creator. Definitely check him out. And so with that being said, victory, give us your prediction and a little bit of backstory why.
I'm gonna keep it consistent because this question came up before in the chat. And let me just start off. Shout out to people in the chat. I didn't say that before. I always shout y'all out. Shout out to people in the chat. Y'all keep this always fresh. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it at 97. I said it from the gate. I look at it just realistically. We always come up. We're gonna say we're gonna go 12-4, 14-2. That don't ever happen. We in 9-17, 10-16. That's where we always gonna be. Someone surprised us. We lose against a team we shouldn't have lost, like Miami, and we end up with a record that we never expected. We get sad. We always get upset. It's gonna be 9-7, 10-6. That's it.
Vic smoke Reggie.
I didn't hear that one.
He said Vic smoke Reggie. All right, Nate. I saw Nate was in the comment section itself, but go ahead. Explain why you think we're gonna go
14-2.
Hey, that's a bold prediction.
We are the best. That's why. We are the best.
Hey.
Come on now. Like
short. Hey, that was short, sweet, and to the point. He said 14-2 because we are the best.
I mean,
I ain't gonna argue. You ain't gonna get me to argue with you. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I'm never gonna push back on that. Go ahead.
No, I do want to ask everybody in the chat a question, and including you, Mike, because everybody answered the record question, right?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to know from all of y'all, do y'all think, because we had $29 million in cap space, do y'all think Howie's done and he's going to try to let that roll over? Because accordingly, that will be $53 million over cap next year, or do y'all think he's going to make another move like a Emerson Griffin or even a Clowney or something like that?
Go ahead, Gene. Let us know. Do you think the Eagles are done with free agent signings, or if they do get somebody, who do you think they're going to sign?
I hope we pick up Everson Griffin. But I doubt. I think we're done.
You think we're done? Charles, what do you think?
I think Howie's waiting. He's going to wait to see how the preseason play out. I foresee him getting another defensive end. Nothing drastic. Like it drives me nuts when everybody want these big name players, but it's like we don't have the money to get these players like that. And like I said, you need good role players to win championships. So it's that key guy out there that nobody's looking at, that Howie has on his radar, that I think he might sign, and he might already be on this team. So I said, them young guys, I think they ready to go.
Got you. And D Money Savage 23, he said he agrees with you, Charles Smith, with your take about the 11-5-ish. He said 13-3 at best. But he agrees with, Seattle and the Saints later in the season, all that good stuff. So that's what's up. Vic 3, what do you think when it comes to, are the Eagles done signing anybody?
I think they're done for now. I think he's going to wait and see. Let training camp go on. Let him see what's out there. Probably pick someone up. But I don't think it's going to be Everson Griffin, anyone who we want or think we should get. It's going to be someone that we would have never thought of. Might be a defensive end. I'm hoping a linebacker. But, yeah, I think for the most part, we're pretty much done.
And Nate, what do you think? Do you think the Eagles are going to sign anybody else?
We done. No.
We done?
Yeah, we done.
I'm honestly going to say this is how I feel. And then before I kick it to Philly Fresh, I think we're pretty much done. I think what we will do is during training camp and or preseason, we're going to pay close attention to Dillard. We're going to pay close attention to our linebacking core. We're going to pay close attention to guys like Barnett and Brandon Graham and these secondary guys like Josh Sweat and Avery. And by paying close attention to these guys, we're going to see, wow, Dillard is struggling a little bit, possibly. Let's go get Peters because he's still available. If he's not, we feel confident. Wow, our linebacking core is struggling. Let's maybe go sign a veteran guy. Wow, our defensive end, Barnett, maybe he's not going to take that step. Maybe Sweat won't. Maybe Avery won't. Maybe Graham is going to be more tired as he's getting up there in age. Let's go get a guy who's available, either at Everson Griffin. But don't be surprised if we don't look at a guy like Vinny Curry at the end of the day, if that's all that's left. But these are positions I believe that we have in the back of our head. Like, we feel confident in these guys. But if something shows early training camp, middle of the preseason, and these guys are still available, which just looks like there's no rush on guys like Peters, Bradham, Curry, and maybe even Everson Griffin, I think we keep them on the back burner. And like I said, see what happens, an early injury or just not being able to perform. But what do you think, Philly Fresh, even though you came up with the question?
I think Howie wasted out. But is waiting going to get, what is waiting going to get you? Are you going to miss out? I mean, there's really nobody out there. A lot of people want to talk about our linebacker core. It's really no linebackers out there that I like. Everson Griffin really is the only player that I would get. I would like Clowney, but the money that you're going to pay him and the effort that he gives and the numbers that he gives, it don't match up. So I'm cool on Clowney. So for right now, I would just test the waters. And if Everson Griffin is gone by the middle of training camp or whatever the case may be, whenever they are able to start, then I mean I just had to cut my losses. And I hope and I pray that a dude like Josh Sweat and Derek Barnett take the next step.
Perfectly said. That's kind of what I think too. Shout out to Jalen Williams. He said, honestly, Alex Ogletree is a move I can see Howie taking a chance on. He's a guy who's been around. I think he can offer some leadership in this room when it comes to the linebacker room. So I wouldn't put it past him. But again, shout out to the chat real quick. We got you guys comment. We trying to get all these, but when it's one person, it's easy. When it's two people, it's hard. When it's six, I can't count. It's really hard. But yeah, definitely. Bashir Randall in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Another upcoming Eagle content creator. Definitely go check him out. Bashir? He said, "What's up to you?"
What's up, rookie of the year?
Yeah. Definitely. So, all right, let's get into this though. I want one of the players on this team has been getting scrutinized this whole off season. I think you guys know who I'm going at with this conversation. Some people really believe in him. Some people don't believe in him at all. Where do you guys fall on the Carson Wentz scale? He is our franchise quarterback. He is coming off a 16-start game. He did miss a playoff game, which was important. But if you look at the context, it wasn't a football move. It was an illegal hit. And yes, maybe we could say he didn't have to put himself in harm's way. But at the end of the day, it happened. We did see 16 healthy games. I'm going to start with you, Gene. How do you feel about the media treating Carson compared to how you feel about Carson going forward?
I'm a big Carson Wentz fan, but the media hates that guy for some reason. I don't know why. Crazy. They got Lamar Jackson, who did nothing, probably 1 year ahead of him already. It's crazy.
Charles?
I'm starting to believe that it's done intentionally. I think the media trums up a bunch of stuff to drive us nuts, to bring us back to see what's the next thing they're going to say. I don't actually believe that they believe the things that they're putting out about Carson Wentz. And one of the main people that I cannot stand is Elliott Shore Parks. Like, it's no way that this guy can be employed by somebody that reports the Eagles and say the stuff that he says. But they say controversy sells, so I'm thinking that's what it is.
I definitely hear that. Go ahead, Vic 3. What do you feel when it comes to number 11?
I think, media has a lot of things wrong with him. They say that he's always injury prone, but when you look at the statistics, it's not the case. They always compared him with Dak, saying Dak's better at the beginning of the year, but now when you look at it, it's like the tides change. A lot of people still talking about Carson, but if you look at it now, they're moving on the other side of that pendulum. They're saying how good he is. You see it on Twitter all the time now. I show it to you all the time. People are talking about him the way he should be talking about. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Now they're starting to realize what he is. I think before we heard some bad things, but now that's going to change, especially after this season.
Before I get to you, Nate, and I see you killing the comments. Listen, football's what have you done for me lately? And you're only as good as the last time you played, and that's how a lot of people keep in their minds. That's why it's a bad taste in our mouths. But at the end of the day, 4 games prior to that, he pulled, like you said, like Colin Hurd says, lawn chairs and backyard stuff. He put them into the playoffs. Like, now, I'm not going to lie, Boston Scott and these guys did rise to occasion. But come on now, Rob Davis, Deontay Burnett, Josh Perkins playing receiver. And again, Boston Scott, before you seen him do it, did we really believe he could do it? So it is what it is. But go ahead, Nathan, let me know how you feel when it comes to Carson Wentz.
So I love Carson Wentz. I like him. I really do like Carson Wentz. Who is that?
I don't know who that is. Hey, everybody good?
Yeah, I guess.
Somebody got people in the background making that noise. That's what it is. But go ahead, Nate. Say what you said again.
I said I like Carson Wentz. I do not care about what the media said. I like Carson Wentz. I like him a lot.
Definitely. So we got a couple of guys in here talking about the record, 11 wins. Roadrunner says, go get OBJ. I know OBJ was big in all season and died down. Real quick, let me shout out my guy. Dang, somebody's going in at somebody's house.
All right.
But so Lawrence James says, put my input into the East. Mike, come on, fam. Appreciate you tuning in, man. I wish you weren't working because he's another Philly Talk Nation member. There's 2 more that should be in here. That's Stephen Joyce and Lawrence James. We definitely going to get Lawrence James on here soon. But let us know in the comment what your input is, and I'll definitely say it, my guy. Appreciate it. Here's a good question. Hold up, 1 second. Here's a good question for everybody. I'm gonna pull this question up. 1 second. All right, so the question is, sorry, I'm trying to find it now. I'll just say it. Who do you think is the toughest team in the NFC besides the Eagles? Who is our biggest competition, not just in the East, in the whole NFC? Go ahead, Gene.
I'll probably say it's the Saints.
Wait, so say it again. I actually bumped the button and messed it up. Go ahead.
I say to me it's the Saints because they're the only one with the experienced quarterback. Every other quarterback, they don't really scare me like that.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Go ahead, Charles.
To this question, the toughest team, I say San Francisco until they dethroned. So we'll find out third week of the season. Then I'll have my answer.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Vic 3, what do you think when it comes to the toughest team in the NFC?
I'm gonna have to say the Packers. Second year with the coach and Rodgers. Can you discount? That's a crazy team.
And you don't think the fact that he got Jordan Love and behind him, the fact that their second pick was AJ Dillon and not another receiver, that the fact that they just totally ignored getting him any weapons and pretty much said, you got Devontae Adams, you went to the NFC Championships, just make it happen. You don't feel like that's going to play a part, or you think that's going to push Aaron Rodgers to be better?
Oh, it's going to push him because, look, we're in the same boat. We took Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? We took a quarterback and we should have taken a position player. They're in the same position, but they got to the NFC Championship with the team that they have. There's no reason why they can't do it again.
Perfectly said. Go ahead, Nate. Let us know, who do you think the best team in the NFC is besides the Eagles? I know you think we the best, and I agree 100%. But who do you think is the best other than us?
The Niners. Definitely the Niners. Yeah.
Go ahead, Philly Fresh. Who do you think? Who do you think the biggest competition in the whole NFC is?
Yeah, I know I always give a long, drawn out answer, right? Because I'm still befuddled on this one. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. On one hand, I want to say the Niners, but I don't trust Jimmy G. On another hand, I want to say the Packers, but I don't trust the Packers defense. So it's
The
like
run defense.
right, because that's how we demolished them last year. So it's like who would I be scared of more, Aaron Rodgers or Jimmy G? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: in the beginning of the season, we won't have to play them, but in the beginning of the season, they can get on a roll with all the toys that Tom Brady got. The Buccaneers are going to be scary in the beginning of the season. Once that arm starts to go around the middle and around the end of the season, and Tom Brady got linguini arms, then they're gonna turn into average team. They're gonna be bombing that ball in the beginning of the season, man. But I would have to go with the Packers right now.
I don't think he still has the arm strength to do that.
In the beginning of the season, he will. Him and Drew Brees. That's why I didn't name New Orleans either, because I feel as though in the beginning of the season they're gonna be chucking the ball, and that's gonna be bad for Tom Brady because they're gonna want him to push the ball down the field. And then his arm's gonna be done by the middle of the season. He's 43 years old. You can't do what these young cats is doing. That's just point blank period.
You think their offensive line going to hold up?
Huh?
Who's
You
their
think
running
that
back?
offensive line is going to hold up? Brady needs how much time to get that ball out? You think his offensive line is going to hold up?
Then they just got a left tackle from whatchamacallit, right? Who they get their left
In the
tackle
draft.
from the Washington football team. They got him, right? No, the
He went
49ers got
to
him.
the
My fault.
Niners. You
Yeah,
talking about?
He's
he
with the
went to the
Niners.
Niners. You're right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That
I don't
offensive line
know.
was
What are they
hurt.
gonna do? What if Peters goes there?
Who?
Peters.
Jason.
That's if. And even with it, he ain't gonna be. He's not like
No,
top
he
five.
still get barbecue chicken sometimes, but I mean you're right. He's gonna have to hold the ball and probably take some hits.
And you got
You
one
right
thing you have
about
to
that.
think about too.
You
Who's in his
definitely right about
offense?
the line.
His quarterback throws a lot of interceptions.
You're right about that.
Bef-
I didn't put them as the team to beat. I'm just saying in the beginning of the season they're gonna be scary. That's all I said.
I
Because
think
remember when Fitzmagic was over there in the beginning of the season, they was a scary team. You know what I mean? Like a veteran quarterback with them kind of guys is kind of scary. But then the league can catch up to it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let me just shout out this chat. Lawrence James, another Philly Talk Nation member. He couldn't be with us, so he wanted to weigh in. He said, he said there's a lot of misspelled words in here, so we're going to try to get through it together. I said we're going to run the table in the East because the Skins have too many new parts and coaches. Giants ain't ready. Cowboys are powder keg waiting to explode. We cut down short last season. Yeah, so pretty much he thinks we're going to run the table on the East, and he feels confident about the way the Eagles are playing. Now, on the side of who do I think the hardest team is, right now I'm going to have to go with the Niners for the simple fact I'm not talking about what quarterback, and normally a dynamic quarterback is sometimes enough to get you over the top, like an Aaron Rodgers, like a Drew Brees, early in the season. But Drew Brees does start to falter at the end of the season. That's why, I mean, even though Nickel Roby-Coleman totally pass interference on that play, Drew Brees and the Saints got the ball first, and they could have went down and scored, and Drew Brees threw an interception. So it wasn't like the game was over. It was a bad, horrible, horrendous call, but Drew Brees folded at the end. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers because they're the same team, and they lose Emmanuel Sanders, but they gain Brandon Ayuk, who's a guy who can play like Emmanuel Sanders. And again, Jimmy G might not be spectacular, but he gets the job done. And we know how defenses, tend to continue to play heavy. It is a passing league. It's an offensive league. We saw the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, but for the most part, the Niners played tough. And if they would have just kept running the ball, maybe Shanahan would have been able to not blow a lead like he did twice now as a coordinator and a coach. So I'm gonna stick with the Niners, but I do see why the Saints could be mentioned because they have our number. And even though Drew Brees getting a little older, they got a solid team around them. A good defensive line, a good offensive line, the best receiver in the game when it comes to last year statistically. But I see the Packers with discount double check, and I definitely can see the who did you say again, Nate?
The Niners.
The Niners as well. So I definitely agree with you guys. Some of the chat was saying the Seattle Seahawks. That some of the we got Hawk 215 in here who is a Seahawks fan, but he's subbed to the channel. Of course, he's picking Seattle. Jalen Williams said 49ers. Who else said some stuff? Reese Scott said the 49ers. BL said Packers. Or maybe he said Packers stink. I don't really know. But let's get to the bottom of the chat list. And got another question for you guys. Who do you think is your offensive player, breakout candidate? And not just breakout candidate. The guy could have been good last year, but you think he's going to really stand out. So if he was good last year, he's just going to be better. If he was bad last year, he's going to be good. Give me your offense and defensive player that's going to break out or stand out. Go ahead, Gene.
I think it's Djax. He got a lot to prove this year. And for me, defense, I'll say Flex. He was quiet last year, so I think he's going to prove something this year too.
Go ahead, Charles.
I'm gonna stick with Nate Gary. Like, he got better last year. Everybody rised him a lot, but he was there in key situations last year. He needs to improve on his tackling, but like I said, I've always liked him, and I think he's just gonna get better.
I've always liked him too, Nate Gary, yeah.
Now for the offensive side of the ball, Charles.
It's kind of hard to say on offense because I think everybody's going to do what they've been doing. We've gotten rid of the people who's been problems, as a Nelson Aguilar, who every year we want to get better. Like I said, with JJ, I can't say him because I think it was too much put on his plate as a rookie, and I can understand him being confused and dealing with the injuries he was dealing with. So I'm going to give his last year a pass if we can give quarterbacks a pass in their rookie year. So I'm looking at one of these young guys that's coming in, and not Adrian Killens because he won't be here, but somebody like a Holyfield, or I can see Boston Scott improving on what he did last year.
Vic 3. That was some good stuff, Charles.
I'm gonna say on offense, Greg Ward. We didn't get to see much of him last year. He did great.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
He's gonna be even better. On defense, Malik Jackson.
Real quick, I'm gonna ask you to run that back real quick, Vic 3.
I said on offense, Greg Ward. So we didn't see much of him last year. You know, he came in early after half of the season. This year he's gonna have a full season. I think he's gonna show his potential, show everybody what he really can do. And on the defense side of the ball, Malik Jackson.
Another guy who we had big hopes for came in week 1 and got hurt. And he's a guy who has not been injured pretty much almost at all in his career. Just the luck of the Philadelphia Eagles the last 2 years. You're healthy, you come to us, you're not. You're not healthy, you leave us, you're healthy. This got to change. But go ahead, Nate. Who is your breakout offense and defensive player for 2020?
Well, I would have to choose Miles Sanders offense, and I guess Mills, Jalen Mills for offense. For defense. Sorry, offense, defense.
That is a good one. It's going to be interesting to see how Jalen Mills does translate to safety. It's also going to be interesting to see how much we actually use him at safety, and if we will move him back at corner, if we get a guy like Kavon Wallace and or Will Parks to step up. But Philly Fresh, I think I know who you guys were. I think we talked about this in the 4 hours that we do every Saturday, because 4 hours covers a lot of stuff. We start to get a little funny at the end. Right. But go ahead, Philly Fresh. Who do you think is your breakout guy, offense and defense?
You gonna have to tell me the question again. Ask me the question again. My bad. I was uploading my latest video.
It's all good. So first, before I ask him the question again, we got 47 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button. It takes a quick second. Hit off the live chat. Hit that like. Come back in. Don't do it for me. Do it for Gene. Do it for Charles. Do it for Victory. Do it for Nathan. And do it for Philly Fresh. And then last but not me. Also, you just heard Philly Fresh said he just released a video. So once this live stream's over, go over there and check it out. He's not going to tell you the title. If you want to watch it, you got to go check it out. With that being said, Philly Fresh, who's your breakout candidates on offense and defense, my guy?
Oh, my breakout? I think since we're not going to get a power bet and we're going to have to go with Holyfield and Warren, I got Boston Scott on the offensive side having a breakout year. I think that he can be a major contributor to the offense. On defense, as much as I got, I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping with so much interior pressure with Hargrave and with Fletcher Cox and Malik Jackson and all them guys, man. Derek Barnett needs to act like a first-round pick and step up and be our impact player. So I'm gonna go with Barnett and I'm gonna go with Boston Scott.
On the offensive side of the ball, who I want to see step up, and I'm going to have to really say Deshaun Jackson. I think when losing, I think Rager can step up, but losing Deshaun Jackson last year, we saw the major hit it took to us, and we were saying if we get Deshaun Jackson Jackson back. If we could beat Seattle, we could be a problem. I believe so. He has a chip on his shoulder. He's older. I understand that. Older, more likely to get hurt. But he's been in his 30s for a minute now. In the last couple seasons prior to coming to Eagles, he played double-digit games. He got a big chip on his shoulder. He's Philly in and out. I mean, he loves Philly, and he don't want to let us down, and he feels like he let us down. So it's definitely D-Jax for me. Before I say my defensive player, I'm going to take a shot at Vic 3. He be in the live stream a lot saying that defensive rookie of the year, hot take, Kevon Wallace. I'm surprised he didn't say Kevon Wallace for his defensive take.
Let me defend myself because I didn't hear the rookie. If it would have thrown a rookie, Kevon was my pick all day.
You're right. I didn't say rookie, but I thought you could have used that hot take and say, you know what? It's even hotter take. Not only do I think he's going to be the defensive rookie of the year, he's going to be the breakout player for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Nah, he's going to be the leader of Eagles to come. That's going to be my hot take right there.
Got you. On the defensive side, I'm going to go with, listen, Derek Barnett's a great choice because he needs to break out. I agree with Nathan Gary as a guy who can step up. He needs to definitely shore up his tackling, but he can cover. Malik Jackson, chip on his shoulder. Jalen Mills, going back to the safety, has it since college, chip on his shoulder. Gene said, who did you say on defense again? Fletcher Cox. The dude was still a dominant run stopper, but he did not get pressure to the quarterback that much with the lingering injuries. He got something improved. I'm going to go TJ Edwards. I think he has potential. For those who listen to PFF, last year, he missed. I can't even say the stat right now because I'll be misquoting it. I will share it on my Twitter for those who don't follow me. Make sure you follow me at Philly_Mike25. The dude had one of the highest grades. He didn't play much, but when he did play, highest grades. He's upcoming. He's not fast, but he's going to fill the gaps. He don't miss tackles. I like the potential of TJ Edwards.
Are we rocking with Pro Football Focus now?
Only when it benefits me.
Because they clearly said
I think that's I really think that's how everybody feels about Pro Football Focus. They only mess with them when it helps their argument. Other than that, they be like, Pro Football Focus is tripping. They do be. I don't be knowing where they be getting these stats at, these next gen stats and all that, but they be tripping sometimes, man.
Let me just say this about Pro Football Focus. I think the next gen stats, sometimes the stats don't really mean nothing. There's certain stats that don't really mean nothing because you can really pull a stat out of anywhere. What I'm trying to say about Pro Football Focus is like they pretty much have Dak Prescott statistically because of what he did last year. As if you just take what he did stat-wise, how many yards he threw, how many touchdowns, his QBR, all that. It's great on numbers, but you got to get the context of that too. And so the stat they said about TJ Edwards, they put in context, it's a small sample size. So they say, listen, don't go think that he's going to be the next Brian Urlacher or Luke Kuechly. But they also say that he has potential. So it's not it depends how they describe you in a stat. They didn't describe him as the best middle linebacker in the game, but there is context where Carson Wentz didn't have much stats, but he was able to get W's. So I don't discredit them. I just want to see what their side is because they go so next gen. So you saying they never put out a meaningful truth stat ever?
Come on, man. That's clickbait. They clickbait.
You got to go.
No, I'm not even talking about like their articles. I'm talking about their site. Like when you like
Pro Football Focus is a way for nerds to follow football. Give them something to do. Every now and again, they might hit on one, but no, they crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, the rank Carson Wentz 13th. I'm done with them. I don't care what they say. They can put them at 1. I'm just not going to rock with them because they had Carson Wentz at 13, the 13th best quarterback in the NFL. I had to listen to 94 WIP talk about this. Was Wentz closer to 13 or closer to 3? And like I said, with Joe Giglio and Elliot Shore-Parks talking about, he's more closer to 13. Like, there's no way in the world that Deshaun Watson and Garoppolo and Dak and the quarterbacks they had in front of Wentz. I'm like, you done lost your mind. Like, these guys are not better than him. None of these
Yeah,
guys had to face what he's had to face. And like I said, for the whole injury thing, which is what they always quick to run to, like I said, Deshaun Watson missed more games than that. So why does certain things benefit other quarterbacks and they hold it against Carson Wentz?
I just want to shout out Jalen Williams. He said there's no situational intelligence in their grading. And that's what I mean. They pretty much, as Charles Smith said, are nerds. So they're going to really punch numbers. So again, when you look at how Carson Wentz played and who he played with, the context of it, if you just take his numbers, you know, everything, then I understand. No, but the thing is this. How many other quarterbacks could have been in Carson Wentz's shoes and did that? And you can't, there's no statistical stat thing you can really compare with to say that, because a team is a team and it's the most team-oriented sport. LeBron James can play both offense and defense. He can ball hog and score 50 if he wants. I said LeBron for you because I know you would that's your guy. But Carson Wentz can only do so much. He can't play defense. He can't catch balls. He can't block for him and stuff like that. So good quarterbacks on bad teams won't look stat-wise always good, but they get the job done. That's why you pay a guy $100 million. That if you missing 3 receivers, 1 running back, 2 offensive lines, and you're starting tight end, he cashed that $100 million check. Go get me a W. It don't gotta be pretty. But get the dub. And Carson wasn't pretty how he beat the Giants, Cowboys, Redskins, Giants, but he got the dub, worth the $100 million. Playoffs done.
Yeah, and they don't talk about why he struggled against them teams. Like, you playing with second and third string players, so you're gonna struggle to play against an NFL team.
Actually, they're not even third string players. They were practice squad. They didn't make the team.
But
I hear you,
man. People, yeah, I broke this down about a half an hour ago. Like, I broke it down to the T, man. If y'all get a chance, man, go check it out. I'm tired of the disrespect. It's to the point. It's like it's a trend now. So we gonna do what's trending, you know. But shout out to like Colin Cowherd, man, because he's sticking with his gut no matter what everybody else is saying in the national media. This guy he sees what he sees. And there's no way that you can tell me when you look at the tape and when you break that, it's not all about the numbers. Even Carson Wentz had good numbers. You know, we all know the historical things that he done, the things that has never been done in 100 years of the NFL, to be able to have 4,000 yards without a 500-yard receiver, to be able to have the only quarterback to have less than 7 interceptions and more than 20 touchdowns. I want to say 3 years straight. People just never did that. And for you to just put Dak Prescott, Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, like, are you like what are you thinking? Like, when sometimes it's not just about the numbers, and it's not about the wins and losses. It's about what you see on the field. All them dudes that I just named all have a number 1 wide receiver. Kirk Cousins, he had Dick, and he had Phil, and he had the number 2 rusher in the NFC. Let's not forget about Cook. Now we want to go to Garoppolo. He had the number 1 defense in the NFL. You know what I mean? And and even in that, how can you put a man that coach don't let him throw more than 8 times in a NFC champion? No, I think it was the game before the NFC championship game. But he only threw 8 times. That never happened to Carson Wentz because he's a dog. And you want to talk about Dak? Dak had 2,000-yard receivers last year. What did that get him? 8 and 8. Like, come on, man. You dudes want to talk about these numbers, but they don't know how to use them. You know what I mean?
Correct.
When I use numbers, I'm using them to speak about what he has done and things that has never did before.
Yeah. To paint a picture, like you said, and that's what the number's supposed to do. It's supposed to tell the story. Let me just say this real quick before we get to our next topic. Shout out to Drew. He said Andre Dillard and Derek Barnett for his breakout candidates. There's some important ones right there. But real quick, if you look at the guys you name, if you go to any team, you take Amari, Gallup, and who's that slot receiver they had that went to
Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
You take them three off. What is Dak doing? You take Diggs, Thielen, and whoever the other guy is off. What are they doing? If you take Michael Thomas, I don't even know the other receiver. Yeah, you take these guys away, and these quarterbacks are struggling. So we have to always keep in context. We didn't just lose Alshon. We didn't just lose Jackson. We didn't just lose Aguilar. It was a mess. I said this in my last live stream when people were talking about Goff and Garoppolo and stuff like that. I said, look, these guys are in a car, they're driving. If they lose what Carson Wentz did in the car, they lose their alternator, their hood, their bumper, their this, that, and the third, their car's stopping. Our car got destroyed, and Carson Wentz still drug it to the finish line at the end of the day.
That's because Wentz still a Bronco.
He the Bronco, yes. So that's a great way to end that segment of this bad boy. And I see Kara over here kind of lonely in the chat because she don't got, Charles Smith and Victory who be messing with her, Shout out to Kara. Pool, definitely a member, but I don't think she ever want to get up on here. I think she'd be too embarrassed to get up on the screen, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she can fry me up all she wants. She's not nice to me anyway, so I got to take my couple shots. Now, let's go on to this. Who do you think is on the team right now from last year that has a great shot to getting cut? A player who was on the team last year and with what we did this offseason has a chance to get cut. Go ahead, Gene.
Chance to get cut. Probably just Alshon. I don't know who else to go with. I thought he was going to get cut June 1st, but I guess not.
So you see a scenario where we keep him on the field, our receivers are just flourishing. So once he gets healthy and stuff like that, we kind of try to just cut bait with him throughout the season or some part, or just don't play him and then try to trade him. So not cutting him, but giving him a DNP and not dressing him stuff. Do you see a scenario like that?
I don't think he plays at all. He's come back, week 6, 7? You got to take like 3-4 weeks to get healthy, and he's not going to play at all.
Interesting. Charles Smith, who is the guy who's on the team in 2019 that just might get cut?
Greg Ward.
You want to give a little backstory?
It's not needed. You see what it took for them to put him on the field. Like I said before, he did good playing alongside of what we had. So it made him look that much better than what he actually is. And I think he looked good, and we get caught up on what we see for the moment. But he's not NFL ready, and we'll see that in the preseason. And I don't think he's going to make it.
Interesting. Victory. Let me get your guy.
Charles took mine, but I'm gonna have to say Russell Douglas. You have not heard anything about him this whole offseason. He's the odd man out. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm gonna have to say Russell.
Russell making less than I'm paying Super Chat, so they're gonna keep him.
They just restructured him. So if he was making less, he just got restructured to make less.
It just makes it easier to cut him.
He make $9.99.
Special.
I would say he should cut Sidney Jones, but I get flack for that. So.
All right, Nathan.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Who do you?
Jalen Mills.
Who?
Jalen Mills.
Jalen Mills.
Yeah.
You think Jalen Mills gets cut?
You think they're going to cut Jalen Mills?
Yeah. No cap. Yeah. No cap.
I want to add something to that.
Go ahead.
Why?
I'm not saying Jalen Mills is going to get cut, but if that number 2 corner position that don't work out the way that they think, I do foresee your boy stepping in as the safety and then moving Jalen Mills to the second corner position, which actually might be better for the defense to have Wallace back there and then have Jalen as the number 2. And that's only if Sidney don't work out because, like I said, Maddox is trash on the outside.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
he's not.
short.
He's not trash. He's just too small.
He's
I
short.
said on the outside.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying he not trash on it. Like he be there, but he's just too small.
Donald Darby be there.
Come on, man. You cannot bring up barbecue chicken in this chat, man. That is you. If you want to name him, his name is barbecue chicken. Okay.
Ronald Darby is pork chops.
Yo,
man, that man horrible, yo. I can't wait till we play him. I really can't.
He got a D Deshaun Jackson week 1. But real quick,
barbecue chicken. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Nathan, I want to elaborate. So you said you think Mills gets cut. Give me a little bit of why you think there's a chance that Mills could get cut, if you don't mind me asking.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like Mills. I just don't like Mills.
He's like, so you know what? He might get cut because I might have to call Doug Peterson up myself and be like, you know what? I really don't like this guy, and I'll feel really good if you just let him go.
Yeah.
I respect.
So you being totally biased, Nate. That's basically what you saying. You just like, I don't like the guy, so he gotta go.
A little bit.
A lot of it. So go ahead, Philly Fresh.
Yeah, a lot
Who's
of
the
it.
guy that who's the guy that we have on a 19 roster that think that could possibly get cut in 2020 because of what we acquired this offseason?
Well, I just want to say this real fast. Charles and Vic, I gotta disagree with y'all. Greg, I don't feel as though Greg Ward is going anywhere. Carson Wentz likes this guy too much.
Carson
just had him out there in Houston. Yeah, and you see he kept coming back.
Well, and Greg Ward keep coming back.
All right, but I feel as though no, real chat. I feel as though Greg Ward ain't going anywhere because who was your slot? I understand everybody want to say Goodwin, but we don't know. You know what I mean? JJ, I think a Whiteside. We don't know. The person that has the best rapport with the quarterback is Greg Ward. Now, to my pick, I think it's time. I think we go ahead and try to find another swing tackle. Maybe the guy, one of the guys that we got in the draft can take the spot, but I think it's over for Jordan Mailata. I think that he's done. He just doesn't have it. He's been injured, and trying to put him as right guard may not be the best move. So I feel as though they might cut ties with him.
Yeah. If I gotta go
disagree with that.
Nah, I can kind of see it.
Huh?
Now,
You do?
He was a project. I mean, he didn't play football. He didn't know nothing about football. Everything he learned in the past 2 years. So you can't expect him to be a starter.
Right, but Greg Ward was a project too, and look what happened. What I'm saying is,
he was a quarterback, so he knows offense. He knows what a receiver's supposed to do. What is it?
But he still was a
Aussie football.
I mean, he did play football, but when you move to a different position, you're still a project, no matter how you look at it. You know what I mean? Even Jalen Mills is a project right now, even though he played it in college. He played safety in college.
I just
played in the NFL.
For anyone to expect anything out of him.
Okay. So you think he stays on a roster?
Nah, not with the Prince. Not with
That's
the Prince
all.
on the squad.
That's all I'm saying.
He can make the
That's
practice.
all I was exactly.
When it comes down to it, I'm gonna have to go. I could see a guy like Duke Riley just going, you know. He's just a special teamer. He really never played linebacker. You got guys now like Jatavius Brown who might get some minutes. You got the potential in Davion Taylor, who he's very raw, but his speed, his athleticism is going to keep him on the roster so we can mold him. You got a guy like Sean Bradley who's, got that kind of swag and whatnot. So I could see us just saying, look, we got Duke Riley in a trade that we really didn't care about doing. It was just to move some pieces. So we just cut him. And I'm taking an easy way out, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking an easy way out right now. So, but I like all your picks. I definitely do. With that being said, does anybody on here have a topic they want to hit? I'll start with you, Gene. Do you have a question that you want to get answers from the people on the screen and also the chat? And also you just want to say like a topic that you want to talk about? You got anything off top of the dome?
Topic I want to talk about is how do you rank these quarterbacks?
You want rank these quarterbacks in what, like throughout the whole National Football League-ish?
Yeah.
Or just our division?
How the media ranks the quarterbacks, like just rank them.
And so what would you pretty much how would you want to start it off? How do you see them ranking them?
No, my only issue is how like they got everybody ahead of Wentz.
Am I right?
Who hasn't proved anything? They got Watson, Lamar, all these guys.
All right.
All right, so let's do this for your topic. Let's everybody on this thing give our top 5 quarterbacks in order. So if you can do your top 5, I'm gonna hear it. Let me know your top 5 in order.
I'll go last. I got to think about it.
Got you, Charles. You ready with your top 5 or?
Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Carson Wentz. I would say a declining Aaron Rodgers. And the 5th could be whoever you choose to put there. It don't matter after 3. So, but I do believe that Russell Wilson is, I think, the best quarterback in the NFL because he's done with confidence. He's been able to do things with not elite talent. He's been able to will his team to some wins, but in his situation they like to have given the credit to the defense. But he don't have the defense no more. So he's getting a good team around him. They have a good running game, which is something that scares me. But he's my best quarterback in the league, and Wentz is my 3rd best.
All righty. Let's go with Vic. What do you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Russell, Brees, Rodgers, Mahomes, Wentz.
You got Russell. I mean, you got Brees, Rodgers over Mahomes.
Oh, I didn't put him like this, but that's mistake. Those are my top 5. Now, I'm gonna have to give my man Carson number 1. Mahomes is gonna be number 2.
Oh, you went from 5 down.
Yeah, I went from that 5 down up. Yeah. Don't go.
Oh, okay. Okay. You started to scare me a little bit.
Wentz.
Okay, I got you.
So Wentz is number 1?
Yeah.
Hey, I like that. I like how you spitting it. But yeah, you scared me for a second. I thought you were going 1 through 5. You went 5 through 1. I was like, what?
Yeah, you kind of scared. I'm like,
I'm saying the cream rises to the top.
Gosh.
All right, Nate.
I'm about to say, I thought you knew your football vet.
I do, fam. I got you.
Yeah,
I know. I'm messing with you, man. All right, who else gotta go? Nate gotta go.
Yeah, and then we're gonna circle back to Gene, and then we got you, Nate. Give me your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL in order.
All right, Carson Wentz, and
yo, that's the most biased dude I ever met in my life.
For real. Like Wentz, Mahomes, 2 Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady.
I respect that. I like the first one though. He said Wentz.
Should stop it down.
All right, Gene.
That's a hell of a list.
Right now, I got Mahomes, Russell, Brees, Aaron, and then Wentz.
Philly fresh. Go ahead, my guy.
Hold on. Can I hear that list again? You got Brees over Wentz?
Oh God.
Just because longevity, you know.
No, we can't judge them on what they've done.
We're not talking about life achievement awards.
We're talking about for 2020. Let's not even talk about what they did last year. Like let's put this as we're predicting them. So right now it's the off season. We're going to say after 2020 is over, this is what we think is going to happen in 2020. So we're going to base it on a 1 year sample size. You are picking. So in December, when the season's over and the NFL has their top 5 quarterbacks, we want to see what do you think the list is going to be. So, Drew Brees for 20 years was great, but what is he going to do in 2020 with the team he has? So if your list is still the same, go ahead, but let me see what you got then.
I put Wentz third, Brees, and then Rodgers.
Gotcha. So in 2020, you got Mahomes, Russell, Wentz, Brees, Rodgers.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Philly Fresh.
It's kind of the same. I got Mahomes, I got Russell, I got Wentz. I don't want to put him there, but I got to, so I got to go with Brees. Only because it's like the process of elimination. And I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers, man. I still think Aaron Rodgers is the top 5, top 10 quarterback. You know what? I'm gonna have to put Aaron Rodgers at number 4, but I think he's better than Drew Brees. It's just that Drew Brees has way more talent around him. You see what happened with Teddy Bridgewater. I think he went 4-1, 5-1, something like that with the same talent. So it's not all Drew Brees and I just feel as though people don't want to bring this up, but Drew Brees has been choking lately. He's been a choke artist. In the big games when palms are sweaty and he's just been choking, man. So
that's Father Time.
I put him at number 5. Huh?
That's Father Time.
Yeah, I know, but it is Father Time. He's undefeated, but he's still been choking. You know what I mean? He's still been throwing them picks at the end of the games, not wrong reads and rushing the ball. Like if you break down some of the tape of him playing in his last game of this year and his last game of last year, he wasn't good.
All right, I'm about to do my 5 now. Before I do my 5, I want to say this. Although I think Aaron Rodgers is still one of the best in the game, I think they're really going to be a super heavy running team next year with the combination of Aaron Jones, who had a great year, and A.J. Dillon, who they spent their 2nd-round pick on. So I'm using that as why I'm not going to put Aaron Rodgers in the top 5 of 2020. I'm also going to say,
hey, let me ask you this real quick. Nobody picked Lamar Jackson, right?
No.
In the top 5, right?
Here's the thing.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Only 1 year, I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Yeah, because
but you also got to factor in legs, not really his arm.
Correct. We're also saying now if we say pick top 5 dynamic football players,
athlete.
Now you're going to include who you're going to include. Yeah, athlete or just football players who just gets yards. You're going to include his rushing ability, but as a quarterback, I'm gonna stay away from that. I do think he's a real talent, but like I said, let me just say why Rodgers is not going to be in mind this top 5 for 2020 because I do believe they're going to smash the ball down with a pounding A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. Rodgers still elite and can make any throw, but that's it. A guy Watson who's not going to be on my list because they lost Hopkins. So my list consists of I love Russell, but what I saw from Pat Mahomes, maybe he has a great offense or not, I got to give him that. Mahomes, Russell. I will side. I'm 100% Wentz 3 if I'm talking 2020. I got Wentz 3. My 4th one, I'm going to say Drew Brees for the simple fact he's old, but Sean Payton's offense, Michael Thomas as a receiver, Jared Cook, I think he was like in the top 10 tight ends last year. They get Emmanuel Sanders. Listen, AK-47 want to run the ball with Latavius Murray, but they still want to throw the ball under Sean Payton's regime. You got Emmanuel Sanders who can still stretch the field. Look, is he the same Drew Brees? No, but will that offense flourish? Will that offense get yards? If everybody knows what baseball is, that's like the Coors Field of the NFL. When Colorado plays, they get home runs there. When you play inside the Superdome, you throw for 350, So I'm going to go Brees at 4. And 5th, because of Aaron Rodgers' team's going to run the ball, because Watson lost his number 1, I'm going to go to the team his number 1 went to. watch out for Kyler Murray to not have a great sophomore season. Kyler Murray is going to have a great year with a possession guy like Fitzgerald, with a dominant number one in Hopkins, and a college scheme that wants to spread the ball. It again, stat wise, and in 2020, am I saying he's better than Rodgers? Over like
Mike, let me ask you a question real fast. What are you basing your top five on? I'm not basing my top five on numbers. I'm basing my top five on what I see and who is the best quarterback out of that bunch, not who's going to put up the best numbers.
correct.
Now, that's a whole different story. I'm talking about when you look at it, that guy number one, that guy number two. Like, you know what I mean? That's where my list is coming from. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the little girl on the
What's up,
screen.
little one?
See, Lil Eagle.
So I want to know though, Mike. What is your list coming from? Who's going to give up the most? I mean, who's going to
Philly Fresh? When I talked to Gene about what will these guys do in 2020, that's when my list kind of changed in my head. If we're just talking about right now, who would I rather have as a quarterback to play for the Eagles? So I'm not saying what team has better weapons. I'm just going to say, take this quarterback and just who's better. Then again, it goes Mahomes, Russell, Wentz, Brees, and I'll probably go Rodgers, Brees, actually, that order. But I was trying to put my list as of not just like numbers, not who's going to have the best numbers, but like I said, 2020, when the season's over in 2020 and they do their list, I think Kyler Murray finds his way up there at quarterback with what Arizona got on the team. You know what I'm saying?
I just wanted to make sure. We was making our list all based on the same preference. There ain't no point of us, debating about our list if they about different things. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I let Charles, Vic, Nate, and you go. Not you go, but when Gene went and we kind of, restructured it, like I said to him going into 2020, because he tried to give a longevity stat to Drew Brees. So I said, don't worry about what they did. What are they going to do next year for you? And I think next year, Kyler's going to be a lot better than his rookie, because what I saw last year, Kyler's he's good. He's decent. The team was trash though. So, and he didn't play, and he got rookie of the year because that's what quarterbacks get as long as you play pretty good. So Kyler Murray didn't show me nothing to be in the list that I just had. But if I'm going to project, I think Kyler Murray's going to ball out. I mean, I don't want him to ball out against the Eagles the week we play him, but real quick, Philly Fresh, do you think Kyler Murray's going to have a good season next year as sophomore, yes or no?
I mean, that's basically where quarterbacks like that have they breakout. You look at Lamar Jackson, you look at Wentz, you look at even Mahomes. I think that's when he had his MVP season, his sophomore year. So yeah, I feel as though he is going to have a breakout year. I don't think that they win a division or anything, but I do think that he's going to put up some good numbers. You know what I mean? He's going to put up some good numbers.
All right, and I agree that division's still tough with Seattle and San Fran over there. So that was Gene's topic. Charles, you got a topic that you want to speak on your own, or you want to have a question that you want the people to answer and us?
No, let me think about something.
All right, Victory, you got anything on top of your head that you want to just say a statement yourself and or ask a question, give your answer, and have the chat come in with it plus our takes?
I was gonna say if we could trade one player on our squad, who would it be? And for
I knew you were gonna say something long. You're trying to filter it to Ertz. He's trying his best.
Come on, man.
Wait, what are you asking?
He said if there was one player
on the trade, one player on the team, who would it be and for who?
For who?
With that being said, I'll let Philly Fresh take it first.
If I would have to, man, I would go Rasul Douglas and probably probably a 5th round pick or 6th round pick for Royce Freeman, the Denver Broncos running back, a power back that we need. So that's who I would trade.
And I like how you threw that 5th round pick in here to try to make it more realistically. You get a cornerback who did have success in short yardage defense, not trying to stay with burners, but that was a good one. Nathan, if you could trade one player on our team for another player in the league, who would it be?
You know who you're going to trade. You know who he going to trade.
Yes. Mills for Mills. Of course, Mills. Come on now. It's obvious.
All right, who we trading Mills for?
It's obvious.
Leonard Fournette.
Hey, Nate is not messing with Mills.
Leonard Fournette.
Yo, my next giveaway is gonna be a Jalen Mills jersey. What's up, dog?
No.
You trying to enter?
No.
They don't want none of that. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Mr. Stanley.
No, you said Jalen Mills for who though?
Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette.
But Jalen Mills and what else?
And Leonard Fournette.
I know, but what else? Because you're not getting Leonard Fournette just for Jalen Mills. That ain't happening.
A 2nd round pick.
That's rough.
I'm
gonna give the 2nd round pick. Yo,
what he said?
He said 2nd round pick.
Shit, if he was worth a 2nd round pick, then he wouldn't even be getting traded.
No.
Listen.
Hey, Charles, you on the job. You could have said that, man.
Hey,
Vic, he trying to give you gun. He trying to give you guns by being an internet gangster on you.
As soon as it popped up.
Hey, Victory. Take this super chat for me.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm asking you to read it. We gotta respect the comments.
He gonna start.
That's what he do that to me. He do that to me. So
Charles, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man. He coming out my title for the
you probably just gotta come. You probably just gotta come closer to the drum. To I don't know if you had a computer or you had a
Billy Fresh?
or I don't know if you talking to a computer or a Sega Genesis or whatever, but you got to come closer.
Oh, he got jokes now.
Yo, you got no room to talk, man. You got no room to talk. No need to talk.
He said you talking to a Sega.
Yeah, man.
You still rocking that ColecoVision. Stop.
Hey, listen, it's funny when it's shoe on the other foot. You hear me?
Oh, no.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but he could be right though, because he's on a phone. So maybe your phone is farther away, and it's just that's why the little, because there's times where your mic comes in strong, like $9.99 strong, but then sometimes it's like $1.99 strong.
He called you Jordan Dollar Tree.
But I'm saying if you can help me out, you know what I'm saying 35 cents a day will help me get to where I need to be.
Yeah, let me cue the music while you say that again.
Yo, cue that Cerebral Block. I need that crime music. I need it.
Got you. All right, so Philly Fresh said he's going to trade Rasul in the 5th for Royce Freeman. He said Nathan said he's going to give a 3rd round pick and the notorious Jalen Mills for Leonard Fournette.
You don't even hold on.
He said he was trading Mills for a 3rd.
Hey, Nate. Hey, Nate, come on. That's too much. You could just get Leonard Fournette with a 3rd round pick, period. You don't even need Jalen Mills. That's too much, man. You just want to get – you really want to get his dude away, huh?
What?
He trying to say –
What? No.
Do you understand he actually – since 2017, he actually, if you look at it, he's been our best corner. You know that?
Yo, hold up. I'm dead. Hold up real quick. A comment's coming up for Vic. Is this guy Murph the Kenzo?
I know, I see it.
Why does it look like Lane? Damn.
Hey, Lane's a handsome dude. Don't hate on Lane.
Murphy said, why it look like Lane?
Man, they bet in this draw. Hold on. I got to go to these chats, man.
Yo, when Murph coming on?
But real quick, Real quick. All right. So, Charles, you got your guy that you would trade from the Eagles, and for who?
Oh man,
Wait,
do I
who's
want
It's
to?
sleep?
all love at the end of the day.
Who in the chat sleep?
All right. Go ahead, Charles.
I mean, you know, I think like a general manager, so Ertz is on my block. I know how much y'all get attached to these players and how much y'all love them, but from a organizational standpoint, he's the player that you have that's worth value. I know you don't want to trade Fletcher Cox, so Ertz is the one that's up. You're not going to give him the money, so I think he's
But who
he's
on what though?
I mean, you get what you can get. I think Ertz is worth. You can probably get a second round pick for Ertz. Now, the people I read in the comments how they always say, "Oh, well, a first and a fifth," and I'm like, "Oh no, Ertz. If you lucky, you can get a second round pick for Ertz, only because it's the end of his contract and he's going to be due for another one. But I'd let him go for a second.
And
Yeah, if I
Vic
would have to
said
let
he-
him,
Go ahead.
if I would have to let Zach Ertz go, I got to get a first for it. A second is not good enough for me. I understand you can find a lot of talent in the second round, but what Zach Ertz has done, when you're the top one of the top 2 or 3 in your position, your value is worth more than just a second. You know what I mean? And I feel as though if you're going to trade him, it probably would be in the middle of the season. Say it's to like a Super Bowl contender, and all they really need is a tight end. That's when his value goes up. So if you were to trade him, it would be like around the trade deadline, not now. But I get what you're saying. I mean, it comes to time. That's why Bill Belichick is so good at what he does, is because he doesn't get attached to players and he lets go of them a year before instead of a year too late. And I understand that. And plus we have in Dallas Goedert, we have a very, very good tight end, man.
Yeah,
Who I
let me
think could
ask you
be
a
the next
question
drop.
about that. So are you
But
telling me that we can get a first round pick for Dallas Goedert? Because I believe that Goedert's a better tight end than Zach Ertz. Given the chance, he can show that he's.
I think
Go ahead.
Trajectory.
not me fresh. Yeah, I think he can be. I don't think he's there yet. But in this offense, um, I feel as though Dallas Goedert is the better player for this speed offense because of space. What Zach Ertz does is not going to matter whether it's space or not, because what he does is he doesn't get yet. He catches the ball, and 9 times out of 10 he's not falling down, but he's going down, or he doesn't know how to move. Like you seen against the Giants when Carson Wentz scrambled and he threw him the ball. He had all green pasture ahead of him. Players coming from behind him. He goes back for no apparent reason because he's not used to getting that yet. You know what I mean? Dallas Goedert would have took the hell off. So I think that in this offense that we got now, Goedert will be the better player in this offense. But Zach Ertz is the better player right now.
Let me say this about this whole thing. And
The Goddard will take off and then fumble the ball.
He does got to shore that up. We about to get to Gene next, and we're going to get to Victory, who, even though he asked a question, we're going to hear his thing. He's going to elaborate on this. I just want to say this in a defense that I've talked about this multiple times. As a business, which the NFL is, and as a GM, you have to make these kind of calls all the time. We were sad when we lost Malcolm Jenkins, but we still somehow made our secondary better. With losing the best player in our secondary, we got better in the grand scheme of things. Bringing Coleman, Slay, and Will Parks in. You know, we lost guys like Brian Dawkins, Brian Westbrook, Donovan McNabb over the last 10, 15 years. So with that being said, look, Kittle's going to get paid this year. So I don't know what Ertz is going to want. With that being said, we're already over the cap. Listen, if Josh Perkins was our second string, Josh Perkins was our second string tight end, you might try to hold on to a guy like Ertz a lot more. But with the potential that Dallas Goedert has and already showed, the fact that Dallas Goedert's rookie deal is going to be done soon. We do play a lot of 12-man personnel, but that might not be enough for a guy like Dallas Goedert. He might say, look, I'm glad we play 40% 12-man personnel. I'm glad I get to run up maybe 150 routes a year, but somewhere else I can run 300 routes a year, be the dominant guy, and get paid. Y'all not going to offer that for me as long as Zach Ertz is here. And so this could be the scenario. You keep Zach Ertz, which I'm not opposed, I'm not against, but I'm also not against getting rid of him for the right price. Because two scenarios. We keep Zach Ertz for 4 more years. He gives us 2 good years and 2 okay years. But then we watch Dallas Goedert go to a team like the Saints or the Patriots or not no more, or the Niners or the Seahawks or the Packers, and Dallas Goedert is playing for 9 more years or 7 to 8 more years at a high level, being a top 3 tight end in the game. Then we're going to look and say, we still love Ertz, but what did we do? So it's a business. The guy's on my wall for a reason. That Super Bowl he played, the Super Bowl catch, the last 5 years, I won't forget it. But we all have favorite players. It's in the early 2000s, in the 90s, in the 80s. It happens. We move on. We get older. So I understand why we have to bring this concept up for 2 reasons. We're over the cap and we have Goddard. Again, we don't have Goddard and we got a lot of money, then we're quiet. We signed Zach Ertz until he's ready to retire because we don't have a replacement and we got a lot of money. But these are things we don't have and we have to address them. With that being said, Gene, let me know who's the guy that you would trade and for who or what.
The only one worth trading is Ertz because you could get something from him. Everybody else, you can't really get nothing unless you want to trade. You're not going to trade Fletch. And then Alshon here.
So what do you think? What do you think we could get for Ertz?
I would agree with Charles. Probably a second.
Oh, real quick, Kevin Corman said I can't go back and find it, but he asked, "Who are these other Eagle YouTubers?" Because he thinks that if you're automatically on the YouTuber in the stream, that you guys have a channel. Now, I'm not saying none of these guys won't take this and start a channel in the future, but Kevin, to answer your question, these are, guys who just chill, who are subscribed to my channel, and they the realest of the real when it comes to they are Philly Talk Nation members, and in that perk, you're part of the crew. When you join the Philly Talk Nation membership, you a Philly Talk podcast employee. You get up on the live streams. We can do a video together. We do this extra stuff when you're a Philly Talk Nation guy. And so you guys might know him. The guy to my right goes as Gene Pio in the chat every once in a while.
Yo.
Everybody knows Charles Smith because if you don't, you got to. I seen yellows, I seen reds, I seen greens, I seen blues. I seen it all when it comes to Charles Smith. Victory, another guy who's doing it too. Appreciate all the support. Listen, I'll read their comments no matter what. I never ask them to give me the money or the super chats, but I much respect it and I appreciate it. Love these guys. Love all these guys on the channel. Philly Fresh is a member. Look, he's a YouTube channel and he still is a member. So if Philly Fresh ever does something along them lines, I'm definitely going to sign my name on the dotted line. You heard? You're not listening to me. But
now I gotta Philly Fresh. I heard you 2 other Fresh man, but I didn't hear you wash your hands. We got to get back in that bathroom. Get back in that bathroom.
Oh. Oh no, I watched them Jones.
I didn't hear the water. I didn't hear the 20 seconds. I didn't hear the ABCs. I heard none of that.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something.
Family,
my hands is about as light as you. I do as much as I wash my damn hands. You hear me?
Talking about this stay Philly, stay fresh.
He said we.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had my headphones in, man. I be rushing to do stuff.
Yeah, like get out the bathroom before you clean them hands.
Yeah.
Man, I cleaned them Jones. Believe that.
Hey,
believe that. Clean and I got 2 different soaps that I wash with. I got the antibacterial, and I got the regular soap that got the lotion in it, so that your hands don't be ashy. You know what I mean? So stay classy, not ashy. You hear me?
And so for those who don't know,
man, they don't call me fresh for nothing.
I'm pulling up a comment of the guy to the right, there he is right there in the Eagles hoodie, said Kara LOL. That's the guy to my right. And like I was saying, Philly Fresh, when you were ignoring me, not listening to me, I said, I appreciate you being a channel member, even though you're a YouTube content creator. And whenever and if you get something along them lines, sign me up at the dotted line, my guy. I appreciate you 100.
First of all, I appreciate that you appreciate me, but don't try to throw a shot at me and then try to compliment me at the same time. We're not going to do that. Like, I'm just going to overshadow what you just said. First of all, I'm commenting. I see when people comment on my videos, I comment back. So people been commenting on a video that I just posted, and I'm making sure that I comment back to them. I'm giving y'all all the energy that I can, man. You know what I mean? So if you in the chat right now, and if you said something to me in the live chat, I apologize. I'm in my phone right now, and you know I'm talking to people. And I'm talking to this one guy, man. He's crazy. He got to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. You talking about Wentz, like he had all these type of weapons and all that. But get into that. If you want to see what we talking about, man, just go to the video. But yeah, back to you, Mike. Don't try to come at me and then try to big up me in the same breath. You can't do that, especially in front of guests, man. You're in front of guests. You do that.
Listen. Here's the thing, though. Before I gave you the diss / 1 up, I totally 3-upped you and you ignored me. So, but you ignored me for a good cause. You're talking to the peoples. It's all love. It's all love. Now, if you were ordering food or something, I'd be a little upset. But you talking to the comments, guys. I appreciate it. Anyways, Nathan.
All right, what I missed up? I missed something.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say Nathan he used to go by the GOAT on YouTube, but I think he just changed his name. What did you change your name to?
My Nuggets. So hold my Nuggets.
Hold my Nuggets. So that's who we got going on here. So like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping by and giving me their takes. And at the end of the day, it was just funny when Kevin Corrin said, "Who are these Eagle YouTubers?" I didn't never hear of them. You know what I mean? So normally, if these guys were, I'd be dropping all their pages names to go ahead and check them out and subscribe. If you guys got any ideas to do something like that, let me know. We keep it real over here. But at the end of the day, they on here because they appreciate me and I appreciate them 100%. All day, every day.
Always. Of course, always.
So with that being said, okay, we were just on. Go ahead, Vic. You never said my bad. You never said your real information when it comes to who will we trade and for what. And
my trade penalty isn't realistic. It's more something I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping we try to trade Alshon for whatever we can get.
I love when Philly Fresh does that. When he turns his face to the side, he just give you that look.
I couldn't hear him. I be thinking I always be joking, man. I really be chilling sometimes. I really be chilling sometimes. I be chilling. Like I couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear him. Is he talking now?
You want to repeat that for Philly Fresh? I'm dead.
My new Twitter handle is what?
Yeah.
Wait,
go
what?
ahead.
You said I'm read that?
No, I'm saying
you telling me to read that? What the hell is that?
No, I just put it up there. It's for people who need to follow him on Twitter. But anyways, go ahead, Victory. Say your thing again, so Philly Fresh can hear
I thought you were telling me to read it.
Nah.
All right, go ahead.
Nah. I was just saying my pick isn't something I think that could happen. It's something more I want to happen. It is just trading Alshon Jeffrey for whatever.
And something that you think would be benefit the team in your eyes, but you just don't see it. I understand. I would just say, you know what? We got the Earth thing coming up. We're going to have to deal with that next year. But off top of my head, if I could talk about a trade, I think that there's teams out there that will kind of find some value in Rasul Douglas. Maybe they move him at safety. Maybe they play him in the red zone. Maybe they play him in the slot where a guy's not normally going to go deep. He don't got the speed to handle a shifty guy, but he's good in short yardage situations. If you're a team that plays like 65% zone, he could benefit your team. So I think something like Philly Fresh, not for maybe Royce Freeman because I won't take that, but Douglas in a late round pick for a player that we need possibly throughout the season. So I'm going to wait and see if there's an injury throughout the year before the trade deadline. And I would like to see during the trade deadline, if we do lose a key piece, let's try to package Rasul and pick for somebody who's credible, especially the fact that Charles mentioned him being so cheap. So you're getting a guy who's not going to cost you much, but can play, especially if you're predominantly a zone team. So with that being said, we hit Gene's topic. We hit Vic's topic. I think you said come back to you, Charles. Nathan, real quick, do you have a topic that you want to talk about real quick, and or you want to hear all our answers on?
Yeah. I mean, so I guess who are your wild card teams?
Who's our wild card teams
Yeah.
in both AFC and
No,
NFC? Or
Yeah.
just
it's 3
There's
this year
three.
too. So
Yep.
remember that, y'all.
so? Does anybody know off the top of their head who they think? Because now you got to kind of say who you think is going to win a division, not out loud, but in your head, and say you think the wild card teams for this year for NFC and AFC will be. Who wants to take the mic first?
I'll do it. I said it before. Tampa being a wild card game. NFC, I mean AFC. I'm gonna say Denver.
It's 3.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
3?
What did it be? I don't know. I'll throw New York into the Giants.
You know, Giants.
Over Dallas?
Over
Hot
Dallas?
take. Quarantine.
Yo, somebody check his head. Check his head. Nah,
Hey,
Yo, that was a hot take. Whoa. Okay.
Who's next? Who's
Who's on next?
Philly Fresh. Go ahead and get him with it.
All right. What the heck was that you was just doing though? But all right, I got it. In the AFC, I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna go with the Broncos also, and the Patriots don't win any division this year. I think the Bills do, but I do think that they find themselves in the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots. In the NFC, ooh, I'm gonna go with the Bears. I think Trubisky falls off a cliff and Nick Foles just finds his magic and somehow gets his team in the damn playoffs. I don't know how we gonna do it, but we done seen it twice. So that's just my opinion on that one. I'm gonna go with the Rams, even though they losing Todd Gurley. I still think that they do have, even though I don't like all the praise that whatever the coach's name is, all the praise that he gets, I do feel as though he is good. He's a good offensive minded coach, and I think that they can find themselves in the wild card. And last but not least, I'm gonna have to go with man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys. Even though I hate them, it's just not too many teams that I see in the NFC that's really better than them. Their defense is trash, but they can shoot. They like if that. And here's the reason: if y'all listen to the podcast, I feel as though Andy Dalton will take the hem from Dak Prescott by the middle of the season. So this is why I'm saying this. And I feel as though with the weapons that a veteran like Andy Dalton has, who is not a bum, he's not a scrub. He just really never had a team behind him other than AJ Green. So I feel as though Dallas can get in too.
I hear that. Before we get into, because we still got to hear from Charles, Nathan, whenever he comes back, I believe, or no, Nathan said theirs, right? Or no?
No.
No, he's the one who made the question. Yeah. So we got to hear from Charles, Gene,
Yeah,
me, and Nathan. But with that being said, I want to go off some of these comments first. We had Nate Satterfield say, he said AFC, Broncos, Colts, Steelers. Jalen said Jalen Williams said, if I can find it now, because I just jumped on me. I hate when it happens. Bears, Rams, Seahawks in the NFC, and Steelers, Denver, Colts in the AFC. Bashir said
Got two out of the
NFC
AFC West, NFC West.
NFC for Jalen is Bears, Rams, Seahawks, and AFC is
That's why I
Steelers.
say he got two out of the NFC West.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And he got Steelers, Denver, Colts in the AFC. Bashir Randall has Bucks, Cowboys, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Someone said about your hot take Giant. He said, "Wow, the stones on this guy."
Talking about who? Me?
No, when the hot take from Vic. So with that being said, go ahead.
With the Giants.
Yeah. Hey, listen. If the take ain't gonna make you open your ears, it's not that hot. So hot takes are not easy to dish. You know.
Then that means the Giants will have to beat somebody in our division, and they also play the AFC East. As they play pretty much the same schedule we play.
No, they play the AFC. They play the Steelers division.
Not the East. They played against the Ravens, the Steelers, and no. So that means we would have to lose to the Giants. The Giants would have to possibly beat the Cowboys. No, they ain't gonna make it.
Hold on, Victory. To elaborate on your thing before I go to Gene, Charles, and Nate, what do you think the record is to make that last wild card spot?
Well, it's the NFCs. We're always going to be one game behind. It's always going to end up that way. I don't think Dallas is going to be the team that people think they're going to be. Their coach hasn't even been able to get with that team. Their quarterback isn't even signed to the team. Their team hasn't really been able to get together. I said the Giants because I feel like I said with the NFC, it's always a tight race. There's always going to be that measured team, and I think Giants will take over Dallas. They're going to beat them.
I will say this before I get to, and I'm gonna go with Gene next, but I will say this. I think the Giants on offense is talented with Shepard, Saquon. You know, they beefed up the O-line. Daniel Jones is a good quarterback if he doesn't fumble. But I think your defense is real suspect. So we're gonna have to see about that. But hey, hot takes are hot takes. With that being said, Gene, go ahead and say your 3 NFC and 3 AFC teams.
Giants also got a brutal schedule too. Well, for the AFC, you got Patriots, Texans, and Steelers. For the NFC, I got Seahawks, Vikings, and Dallas finish 8-8, making it.
Got you. I want to ask you a question. Now, so you said you got the Steelers. I mean, you got the Patriots and the
Texas and the Steelers.
So who do you think? Now I'm going a little bit deeper for you. So if you got the Texans and the Patriots making the wild card, who wins that division in the Patriots division and the Texans division in your mind?
Titans and Bills.
All right, keeping that fire. Hey Nate, come back. I'm just kidding. Hey, go ahead, Charles.
In the NFC, I say the Vikings, the Cowboys, and I want to say the Rams, but I'm thinking Carolina might shock a lot of people this year. In the AFC, I'm saying I think the Raiders will be better than Denver. I don't believe in Watson, so I'm not going to say Houston. But I'm still thinking New England's going to make it in. And I say the Colts, if they don't win that division, they'll be the team to come out of there for that spot.
So you got the Colts, the Patriots, and who?
And the Raiders and the AFC.
And NFC?
I had the Vikings, the Cowboys, and the Rams, or even the Carolina Panthers.
Flip-flop with them last two.
I didn't think about them.
Who?
That's a good pick, but that's a good picture of. I ain't even gonna lie. Like,
say it again, Gene.
Who do the Panthers got a quarterback?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater.
That's definitely a good pick, man.
So
Teddy
Nate,
Bridgewater and the McCaffrey thing. Ooh, I
And they
can't
got
wait to
Robbie
pick a
Anderson
fantasy
now.
football.
Don't forget about. Hey, wait. You say Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson's our number 2. DJ Moore is that dominant number 1 over there. He flexing on him. Hey, DJ Moore, his second year in the NFL, over 1,000 yards. Robbie Anderson probably has one of them in his career.
That defense.
People sleeping on the Colts, man. People sleeping on the Colts. I thought though.
Yeah, that's why I said I
Phillip
think
Rivers
if
is
the
going to
Colts
be
don't
all right
win the
over there.
division, I got them sliding in. But it'll be between Tennessee or the Colts. But I think both of them will come out of that division.
What do you want?
So Nate, it's your turn. Give us your 3 NFC teams and 3 AFC teams when it comes to the wild card position. Nate.
In my turn, it's had to be first off the Broncos. Second, Jaguars. Third is the Dolphins. Yes, the Dolphins. Wild card. And the NFC. It had to be the Rams, the Lions, and the Falcons.
Yo, Philly, Fresh. Sometimes I can't see your face, but if I know you turning sideways, you're doing your thing.
No, because he shocked me with Miami, and then he said the Lions. I'm like, oh, you like some dark horse themes.
Hey.
You really the Lions? And who was your third after the Lions?
The Falcons.
All right, so look, I'm gonna say my
that.
list.
That's a team. That's crazy. That's a team that none of us mentioned. I don't know. I hear that team. If one of y'all mentioned them,
we're gonna trade Jalen Mills to the
none
Falcons.
of us mentioned them.
Hey. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna do my NFC. I'm gonna do my NFC quick, and while I do my NFC, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions too. So a lot of people said Dallas, and I'm gonna agree with Dallas. I don't think I ever heard anybody say Seattle. Did I hear anybody say Seattle?
I did.
Okay, for the people who don't say Seattle,
no, I think Seattle going to win a division.
So you think they're going to win a division over San Fran?
San Fran's going to have a Super Bowl slump.
So you think Seattle's going to win a division over San Fran?
I think San Fran takes a dip this year, y'all. Like every. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. So if you think they're taking a dip, so you think they're taking a dip so bad that they don't just lose the division to Seattle and slip into the playoffs, but go from number 1 seed or a bye week to out of the playoffs? Real quick answer, Philly Fresh.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
Got you. So I got Dallas, Seattle, because I still think the Niners are going to win a division. And then here's my other one. I believe I like what Nathan said about the Falcons. Jalen Williams was in the chat talking about the Falcons. I do think the Falcons has been a team like the Eagles, where they've been getting a lot of injuries. We still made the playoffs with our injuries. They missed because of their injuries. So they're going to be tough. But I still think the Saints are going to win a division. But I do believe the Bucks. I don't think they're going to be no 13-3, 12-4. But I think the Bucks are a 10-win team. With that being said, if the Saints win with 12 wins or whatever they get, I think the Bucks are going to make the playoffs as a wild card. Nobody really said the Bucks too. So we thinking the Bucks are not only going to win the division, and true, they're going to beat up on each other a lot. I think that defensive line is underrated with the Tampa Bay. I think they were top 7 in the NFL in sacks or something like that. Anyways, I got Cowboys, Seahawks, Bucks. And in the AFC, I got the Broncos. I think Judy, Sutton, Hamler. Sutton is a beast. He's a beast. Judy. I think they're gonna be able to be all right. Now they got Melvin Gordon and Lindsey, like Philly Fresh said in a couple videos before. Hey, give us Fort Royce Freeman. They don't need him, right? But I think they got a solid team in Denver. So I got Denver. I got the Patriots sneaking in there, playing defense, just riding the wave and getting in there at the last wild card spot. And then I'm going to put this is where it gets rough. I think the Bills win a division. Miami has some talent, but they struggle a little bit. I'm going to go the Colts Titan. I can't say he's going to win a division. So
Yes,
I'm going to rock with the Colts winning the division and the Titans making a wild card. That's my joint.
Let's debate the Denver pick.
Yes.
Because you know Denver, the Broncos and the Raiders both finished 7-9 last year. Do you
I'm a
think that
believer in
Denver?
Bruce Stanley. Go ahead. What were you saying?
You say you're a believer in him? I believe more in Carr than him. And I think the Raiders might have had a better offseason than what Denver had. You said Denver did get probably the best wide receiver in the draft, but like I said, the Raiders were pretty good last year. I mean, to be an up and coming team like they did, to get rid of a lot of players that they did, and still pull off 7 wins. So I foresee them being better this year.
Let me just take something back. I forgot, and I just saw it in the chat, and it reminded me. I still think Baltimore is going to win a division. I think the Browns, who were so hyped this offseason to be that team, and they let us down, I think people are now saying they let us down, so they're trash. Now with Kevin Stefanski, whatever, the Vikings quarterback coach, I think without Kitchens being there and really screwing things up, and the quarterback, what's the quarterback's name now? Come on now.
What team?
Cleveland. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh,
Mayfield. But yeah, Baker Mayfield, stop doing this. I think Cleveland could be up on it, but we're forgetting the Steelers. The Steelers had one of the best defenses in the game. I know some of y'all said the Steelers, but I kind of I like the Steelers a little bit. So I think the AFC is rough when it comes to wild card teams. It could be interesting. I think the NFL in general saw how many teams are competitive nowadays and how they're coming up with what we got going on, and that's why I believe they added that extra playoff spot. But hey, it were all good picks. But any more debates? Do we think a team was said that we just want to like talk it out a little bit? Or are we not giving
I want to know.
Oh,
Redskins?
Go ahead.
Redskins last place.
Go ahead first.
You want me to talk about I don't call them the Redskins. That's racial as hell. So I mean that's a whole nother conversation. Like I don't call them that. So you want me to talk about the Washington football team?
Yeah.
What you want me to say about it? I mean,
They're all trash.
Oh, he said they're trash.
That's
right.
no.
Oh yeah, they trash. I mean, what you want me to say? They did skins. Like I don't. There's nothing really to say. They probably be competing with the Giants or Dallas for fourth in the NFC East. So I ain't really got too much to say about them. But what I do want to ask is, Mike, you were so high on Kyler Murray. Why you ain't put the Cardinals in for wild card?
Just because I think Dallas's team is going to be, I think we can beat them, but I'm not going to front. Listen, if things let Dallas do Dallas and they're going to mess it up. But if they don't mess it up, they got it on paper. They're good. So Seattle is just Pete Carroll and Russ. I trust. I think the NFC is way tougher than the AFC as a whole. With that being said, I think we could see a wild card team having close to double digit wins. And I think Kyler Murray, although he's going to, light it up on the offense, I mean, Patrick Peterson's over there, but I'm not so thrilled about their defense. So he could be a guy who, as a quarterback, plays good, but the Arizona as a team still got some maturing to do, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I call half of that, man. It's so choppy in here right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a rainstorm where everybody at or what, man. But it's
Did
like
everybody else hear
everything
me?
is real choppy.
Yeah, I heard you.
So, real quick, Gene, let me ask you: Is the stream choppy for you, Gene? Gene,
Nah, I heard you.
Charles.
No, I heard you.
All right, so I guess Philly Fresh is at a spot where it's, you know, I mean, it's cool. How about now? Do you hear me good?
Yo, you can send a super chat at 99 cents.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I did not know that. Hey, Charles, you don't know nothing about that, huh?
Yo, I'm dead.
No,
I never seen
want
a
to talk
99
about
cents.
something
Hey,
real
shout
quick.
out to you, man. Everything count. I ain't coming at you. I ain't even gonna say your name, but I ain't coming at you. I'm just saying I never seen it before.
Yo,
I ain't never
Philly
seen it before.
Fresh.
But shout out to
That's
you for the super chat.
Fresh. That's Nate.
That's you, Nate?
On my neck, yes. That's me.
Hey, Nate. Where you get 99 cent from, man? My man said, go to the dollar store. Everything's on me.
Yo,
Oh, man.
he's like everything's on me. I start grabbing a couple things. He said, no, I said every one thing's on me.
One thing.
One
Just
thing.
one.
Now, go ahead, Charles. You said you got something you want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was in reference to what Cara had said. You took it down, where I think she was talking to somebody about
Posting
the
too
amount
much.
of work that y'all do. Like I send super chats because I'm in a position where I'm doing good, and that's my way of showing y'all appreciation because it takes a lot of work to do what y'all do. So I just look out for y'all every chance that I can get until one of them Cowboy fans or another fan base come in, and then I gotta unload the bomb. So that happens then. I gotta make it rain. Pause. But that's just
Hey,
my way of saying thanks.
and listen, I appreciate it. I know Gate City appreciate it, and Philly Fresh is going to appreciate it once she gets. Listen, my man Philly Fresh is closing in on 1K, and to unlock being able to go live on his phone, because he does all this from his phones and his tablets, so he's really not fitting to do he could go live on his own on
Hey, my
StreamYard.
guy. Congrats. 1K. My God.
Word. What's it called? Philly Fresh could go live right now on StreamYard. You don't have to be over a K to do that, but you need to have a computer to host it. Some of these guys are on their phone because they're just catching the stream, but to host it, you got to be on a computer. But my guy is so close to 1K, so anybody who's in here who's not subbed to him, do us a favor. I never say just do it, but if you watch one of his videos, you will sub him because that's just the type of guy he is. Simple, plain. With that being said, he gets his 1K. He go live on his phone, on his tablet. I'm going to be in here giving him super chats. I don't think I can make it rain like Charles, though, because, man, I got too many kids. I should have been stopped a long time ago, but, you know, my fault.
Hey, man, I don't need no super chat. I don't brag or nothing, but I'm all right. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all right. You hear me?
Hey,
But,
I got
hey, Drummer Hall, I ain't cutting up. I ain't doing nothing. What I do? I've really been chilling. I ain't just saying nothing. This really,
actually,
hey, I don't know if you really be in the lives, but this really a calm live for me, man. I've really been chilling. I've been letting everybody else, do the work, man, and they've been holding it down. You know what I mean? So I've been chilling this live, man.
word. But like I said, these are guys that like I said, me and Philly Fresh go back.
Hold on, real fast, Mike. I've been seeing this, and I'm glad that you pulled it up. I ain't mean to cut you off,
No, you
but
good.
Um, I'm not. I'm not that good enough to do the Phillies or the Flyers. I don't know nothing about hockey. I mean, they my teams. They my teams because I'm from Philly. I don't really know too much about the. I can't do breakdowns on the Phillies. I really don't because if I did more research, it'll probably take me months to try to figure out the game as much as I want to break it down like I know, like how I know how to break down football and basketball, but I really don't know the Phillies like that. So I don't know if he was talking to me because he just put Philly in there, but I really don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, and to elaborate on that real quick, Kevin, I can do Sixers, Eagles all day, every day. I can even mess with some Phillies, but I don't know nothing about hockey. I'll just be lying to you. I'll just be reading a manuscript. I don't know not a dang thing about hockey, but definitely appreciate the Phillies, definitely the Sixers. I got a fresh Sixers video coming this weekend for those who are, because I know there's a lot of Eagle fans who just don't watch basketball and or Eagle fans who like the Nets, the Lakers, and all that. It's all love as long as you like the Eagles. But I got a really good Sixers video coming up about the playoffs and Ben Simmons and Embiid and the not being home, not being road. So we're gonna talk about that. But I saw something. Oh yeah, definitely. And Kevin, listen, we see your post. We try to get to it. Just try not to do too much spamming. And you got to watch the spamming. It ruins everybody in the chat. Just ruins it for them. Hey, the guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he said, "Where's Philly 500?" He's not available this time. Big goat Philly 500. It was cool doing a live stream with him. Good peoples. What happened to Vic? Vic, you good? Fell out?
Wait, so ain't nobody gonna laugh at this name? I'm gonna be the only one to laugh at it.
I just said
what's going on here? Like, what am I looking at?
Oh wait, real quick, shout out to
what's going on?
Hey, real quick, shout out to Stephen Joyce. I'm about to put his super chat up real quick. My phone is dead, and I know Philly Fresh is gonna come at me. He'll be like, "Why your phone always dead?" Anyways, it died.
Why?
Actually, I got the charger right here. Anyways, what am I doing?
Nothing, man.
Listen, Stephen Joyce is another member of the Philly Talk Nation. He was supposed to be on here with us, chatting up Eagles stuff. I did send you the link, Stephen. If you still are able to join for a quick, couple minutes, we go in 2 hours and 2 minutes. I thought we were going to hang out for an hour, but you know how it is. When we talking to you, you got real people on here who giving good takes. Much love and respect to all you guys, from Gene to Charles to Vic, Nathan, and we already know the general be crushing it. With that being said, we're going to take a little bit more. And Steven, if you want to jump on real quick and say a piece, I'm all for it. Appreciate all the support you give me. And he's from Minnesota. Hope you're still doing good, my guy. It's not about a better charger. I just don't charge my phone. And the whole time I had the charger here, I just don't do it. But I got guys. Gene, you got anything you want to, Gene, Vic, Charles, in that order. If you got anything you want to say, go ahead and spit it out.
I think it's Charles' turn. He got to come up with a topic.
Oh yeah, Charles is the only one who didn't come up with a topic yet.
I did. I talked
I'm
about.
trying to figure out why. Hold on. Before Charles goes, I'm trying to figure out why he just put that hat on. He think he slick. He came into the chat when we started talking about. He came back with that hat when we started talking about the Phillies. He gonna bring a Brooklyn hat though? I mean a Baltimore hat though? That's what we doing now?
Hey, I'm not 4 for 4.
Come on, man. You see we all Eagles geared up in here, man. You gotta take that joint off, man.
Nah.
It's on 50%.
At least
it's Eagles gang enough. It's Eagles gang enough, man. Like we all Eagles up in here, man.
So I had to represent my birds. Somebody brought up the Phillies, so And I know Murph gonna talk about Orioles.
Come on, man.
Hold up.
This is not a Baltimore.
But when the Orioles did win, who did they beat in the World Series? They beat the Philadelphia Phillies. So,
all right, look, I got a topic now.
Orioles.
First of all, y'all bottom of the barrel, man. Like I might not know too much about baseball, but I know enough that y'all ain't good. I know that. I know
We
y'all
ain't
ain't
got to
good.
good, but we gonna put that on our back and we gonna carry that barrel.
Yeah, like 20 years
Yeah,
from now.
it sound good. But go
Yo,
ahead and say what you gotta say after you turn your hat backwards.
No,
hold
I ain't
up.
turning it backwards.
He
I
said. He
want you.
said.
I want you to see that bird. It's not a raven. It's an oriole.
So real
First
quick,
of
my
all,
guys.
that bird looks strung out, but okay.
All right, so here's the thing. He said his topic was how he makes it rain. You know what I mean, and the respect he got for all Eagle content creators. Philly Fresh know me and Philly Fresh both work multiple jobs. We stay grinding, getting that, but we find time to get quality videos and live streams for you guys. But here's my topic now, because we're on this whole everything and we're finishing up. Again, for hockey fans in there, I'm sorry, I just don't know nothing about it. Baseball, I'm about 50-50 with, but here's the thing. Gene, my question to you, what is your football? We know your football team, so we're going to skip that. What is your basketball team and baseball team? And if you don't have one, you can just say none.
I don't watch baseball or hockey. And I got into basketball because Kobe, but then after he retired, I just gave up with basketball. And then it's the Eagles. That's it.
So you really don't mess
Finally.
with basketball at all right now?
Nah, not no more.
All right. And so, Charles, we know your football team because now you're representing it again. We know your baseball team. Who's your basketball team?
Wherever LeBron at.
He's a LeBron
Wait,
guy.
what? Wait, you one of them dudes?
He sounds like a Cowboys fan right now.
No,
Out of here with that, man. Like,
the honest truth is, I'm not really a big NBA fan. I'm a college guy. Coach K, Duke Blue Devils. That's my team.
All right. So, Nate, I know you said that you don't like basketball, so you don't got no basketball or baseball team?
Yes, that's a two. I told myself baseball, but I like the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Got you.
Giannis, like go.
you like him now, or did you like him before when Saint Cassell and Ray Allen
Before,
was playing for them?
bro.
Shout out to Sam Cassell. He from
So you like
Baltimore.
him when Saint Cassell was playing for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Philly Fresh got the head turned sideways. I mean, he don't believe it.
You don't
I'm
believe
just
me,
saying.
huh?
I'm just saying, no, because I'm a barbershop guy, man. I can't wait until I get these 1,000 subscribers. I go live into different barbershops that I be at, and it's so many Buck fans right now that you don't even dig it, man. Like they just come out of nowhere, like when the Bucks
just like the
start winning. But
just like the Golden State Warriors fan appeared out of nowhere.
I
Nobody was
hate the Warriors
cheering for
fan.
that. Nobody was cheering for when it was Baron Davis and Steven Jackson and Jason Richardson. You know, Baron Davis, Steven Jackson, Jason Richardson. Nobody was cheering for them. Let me get Vic 3 though. Vic 3, basketball and baseball team.
Basketball with 60. And baseball, diehard Yankees fan. Grew up with them.
Oh God.
So you
Wait,
Man, come on.
Yeah,
Listen,
Yankee
I
fan.
understand. Orioles don't win nothing.
Jesus
27
Christ.
championships. I feel for you. I'm gonna leave you back there. Just stay in the back. Come on. Orioles stay in the back.
okay? Hey, Vic.
Never winning nothing.
this is what I wanted. I wanted the heavy
hold on.
talk. I wanted
Yankees-
all the smoke with this joint.
There's not
See-
like I said. There's not much I have to say because you already know 27 championships.
Hey,
The Orioles ain't nothing.
with
They're
Charles
bottom
and
feeder
Victory
team.
on here, I thought it was gonna be more smoke. That's what I wanted. I wanted
I'm just
all the
trying to be
smoke,
respectful.
man. Like, what's going on?
He talking that Yankees crap.
Hey,
he
Fresh,
talking about
hey, Fresh.
27
What? I'm talking
championships.
that champion. The
There's
championship.
no
What?
salary cap in baseball. So I mean, we have an owner that don't know baseball. So
So you got a cheap owner. You don't complain?
hey, if Pete Angelo's turned over the ownership to his son, which I think he has a little bit more say so on what's going on. That's why they're rebuilding the team. But you want to talk about stealing championships? Y'all the New England Patriots of baseball, because I still remember that championship. Rob Dust. Little kids grabbing baseballs while they still in the field to play.
Don't hate because we winning the games. Come on, man.
Hey,
Didn't y'all have a player on steroids when y'all won one of them championships? So it's like tainted.
Hold on. That's funny. When the Orioles fan brings up steroids, did you have a baseball player that was first baseman by the name of Brady who was juicing up the whole time?
No, you
Man,
got the wrong
everybody in
Brady.
baseball juices up. Please.
I seen Brady in the gym. He was working out.
That's tired.
hey,
Brady
Vic.
was in the gym working out. Don't come for Brady Anderson like that.
Hey, Vic, I didn't hear
Slim Chops. Get out of here.
You blew up the stream when you said Yankees, but I ain't gonna comment on that. But I didn't hear your basketball team. What was your basketball team?
Sixers all day.
Yeah, you didn't hear his basketball team.
All right, Philly fresh. We don't. Do we even have to ask you? You Philly. You stay Philly. You stay fresh. All three.
Come on, I 4 for 4, man. Like I said, I don't know nothing about hockey, but fly, Flyers, fly. You hear me?
You 4 for 4.
Philly, you already know. Sixers, man. Come on, man. I do content on that too. So you already know how I feel about that, man.
Yeah.
Next.
So for those who are new to my channel, new subscribers to my channel, pretty much you haven't really seen a Sixers video from me because with losing basketball, that hurt a lot. But yeah, I was crushing the Sixers content after every single Sixers game for a portion of the time. I was hitting them content before it is what it is. Best team at home, one of the worst teams in the game on the road. We about to talk about that this weekend. But yes, I'm going to rock with Philly fresh here. Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, and I don't know a dang thing about hockey. But if you ask me who I'm going to pick,
the Capitals.
Pittsburgh Penguins, baby.
Yo, you know the funny thing is I'm so bad at hockey, I can't even name all the teams in the game. I can't.
Same here,
So,
same.
With that being said,
that's all you need to know.
You just need to know the that's it.
At the end of the day, whoever's left in this chat, because we're going on 2 hours and 11 minutes. Appreciate you guys 100%. So once we ever do a Brattle Bird podcast again, which will be tomorrow. So me and Philly Fresh got to get our strength back, right? I think we're going to do that tonight somehow, some way. You know what I mean? But with that being said, now you know who Charles Smith, Gene, Victory, and I forgot his new name.
What's up, guys? Hey, what's going on, man? I ain't hear from you in a minute, man. Call my jet. My bad. My bad. I just seen a comment. My bad.
No.
No soliciting.
M-Dot. That's my blood cousin, man. That's folks right there.
What's up, Cuzzo?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Let's get it on the screen then. But yeah, so we gonna talk. Like I said, we checking out, and at the end of the day, Philly Talk Nation members, they're Philly Talk Nation. They're close to me. I appreciate them 100%. I appreciate all you guys. If you guys just come to my channel and drop a view, as long as you watch, you can even dislike it, and I'm still gonna show you love at the end of the day. That's what we do. No favors at all. You know, the Jalen Reagor jersey was a free giveaway. I did it on the screen. I picked it out. I still got him right here. You know, we did it. Mr. Stanley won. He's not a member, but he's a good contributor to the Philly Talk podcast. But once you sign up for Philly Talk Nation, you are now part of the actual podcast. Like, we're going to get you on the screen. We're going to hear you talk. Now, if you're not interested in doing that, you don't got to do it. There's no force and nobody do nothing. But these guys were all pretty good. They all spoke nothing but facts. You know, we had some hot takes, we had some disagreements, but we talked it out. And I love their passion for the Eagles, just how me and Philly Fresh do it. The only difference is y'all are typing, we are talking. But at the end of the day, we are all fans, and we have different routes to take to get to the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, we want to accomplish one goal: Super Bowl. So we want to get there different ways, and we believe different things. But anybody who disagrees me with one thing, I'll just follow up with this: we still want to get to the Super Bowl, right? All right, so we on the same page. So that's how it comes down when it comes down. Any last second thoughts? We'll start with Gene because we're about to end this.
Nah, I ain't got nothing. I'm all good.
You don't want to say peace out to the chat and whatnot? You know what I mean? Loyal 2 hours?
Yeah, peace out to everybody. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend.
Go ahead, Charles.
Just want to let everybody know I enjoyed this first time experience. I want everybody out there to be safe. Like it's been real rough for me in the past couple of weeks. So I want to see these same names on here tomorrow. So I can't wait.
Already know.
I might do something a little crazy tomorrow. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Go ahead, Vic 3.
I want to say, yo, Philly Mike, I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate how you interact with your fans, with your peoples. Gate City, Philly Fresh. I mess with y'all hard body. Y'all are great. I love the content. Love how you doing. I see y'all going. You're going to be going far. All right. One thing I always say when I'm in the chat room, I say it now. If you haven't done it already, click that X button, hit the like button. Let's call it a day. Show my man's appreciation, and that's all. Victory out.
Nathan, you got any goodbye talk to the chat and everything?
Peace out. Thank you. And
Yo, Nathan,
Too cool for school, man. You wear a book bag, huh?
You know what he about.
Go straight to the point.
that's all.
Get straight to the point.
Amen.
That's all.
Real quick, let me hit this Philly Notion. Let me shout out my guys in here real quick. Philly Notion with the super chat. He says, "Stay blessed, fly Eagles, fly 2021 Super Bowl champs." I'm with it. He's also a up and coming new YouTuber. He just hit around, last thing I saw in this video, he was around 83 or 85 subscribers. I think he said in his video, closing in on 100. Go check him out. I can never force you to do it. Watch the content, support the cause. Bashir Randall, another upcoming young boy. Eagle season, another guy you need to go check out. He's in the chat right now. He's saying go check it out. Go check it out. It's EAGLESZN. And go Philly Fresh. Sign off, and I'm gonna end it.
Oh man, I was actually gonna shout out everybody that you just shouted out, but I gotta shout out these 4 guys right here, standing tall, doing everything that they supposed to do, and they brung it, man. And shout out to all 4 of y'all. But y'all know what it is. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all.
Word. And let me shout out real quick some other members who are not Philly Talk Nation, but they're between Philly Talk Grinder and Philly Talk 24/7, because we have 3 different levels to this. Murph the Kenzo, my guy. Kara Poole, she talks mad crap on me, but deep down, she loves me. I don't care what anybody says. And Jalen Williams, appreciate you, my guy, 100%. Like we said, we're missing Stephen Joyce. We're missing Lawrence James, but we're going to do this again. It's at least a 2 times a month, maybe 3 times a month things. As the Philly Talk Nation grows, we can get 8 people on here so we can rotate. You might see some one-on-ones, all that good stuff. But real quick, my guy Philly Fresh, like I said, almost at 1,000. He's close. We fitting to get him there between tonight and tomorrow night. So the first thing I'm going to say once I get over 70 to 80 people in this chat tomorrow night is I'm ending this chat if you don't go subscribe to my guy's channel. What's up, though? I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, appreciate all you guys from Philly Fresh who does content daily to the guys who, listen, they watch these channels. They were at home on a Friday night. I hit them up and they said, yeah, I'm down for the calls, and decided to hang out with us for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Appreciate you guys. Gene, Charles Smith, Nathan, Victory, and Philly Fresh. You already know what it is.
Word.
Like Jalen Williams said real quick, he said it's nice to put faces to names. So we see these guys as key contributors to the chat. I'm not even just talking about super chats, but they're bringing up good topics, good answers. When me, Philly Fresh, and Gate City get on a subject and we can't answer something, Charles Smith is the best not reporting on the Eagles, and he answers it. You know what I mean? So it's all love at the end of the day. Appreciation. We love everybody in here. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to Carol.
I'm getting sick of this one hater, man.
Blocking everybody.
I swear to God, man.
Who?
Wait, what happened?
Down, man.
What happened?
Nah, I said shout out to
random
Carol.
person that
That's
keep
the
hitting
chat
the thumbs
general.
down.
He blocking everybody.
Yeah, Kara says everybody sub, everybody. Go ahead.
I said, did Cara do it? Because you know she said she liked to do the thumbs down, so it's a ritual. I need to
it
see
ain't a
that
Philly
gone.
talk. It ain't a Philly talk podcast, live stream, or video without one of them Jones. It's cool. Listen, at the end of the day, if we get close to 100 and there's under 5 likes, I don't care. Dislike it all you want. But at the end of the day, you use that extra finger strafe to hit something. So I'm loving it. Keep working it out. With that being said, like I said, Victory, Nathan, Gene, Charles, we going to do this again real soon. Appreciate you guys. Everybody have a good night. Enjoy some stuff for those who are of age, because we know we got some young boys up on here. Don't do nothing that you shouldn't do. Appreciate you guys. With that being said, we out.
Appreciate y'all.